Hi everyone, it's Coach Fred here, and today I'm going to be going over section 13 from your summer work on inequalities. So let me remind you, and this is probably the most important thing to understand, is the definition of an inequality. An inequality is a math statement, so let me add that word, a math statement containing one of the following symbols. The less than symbol looks like that. The greater than symbol looks like that. Looks like there's a little error there in your book. Less than or equal to, so by putting a line under, I'm making it equal to as well. And then greater than or equal to. An inequality is going to have many solutions, actually an infinite number of solutions. So here's some examples of an inequality. This is red. X is greater than 0. X is greater than 0. So on the number line, we'd go to 0. We actually would have an open hole at 0, and we would put an arrow going all the way to the right forever. That means towards actually the number infinity. X is greater than 0. So it's an open circle because it doesn't say equal to. Now we always want to read an inequality with the variable on the left. So notice the X is on the left side of the inequality symbol. This one says X is less than 0. X is less than 0. So we go to the number line at 0, we put an open circle, and we shade everything going to the left of 0. Okay, then we could include the equals. X is greater than or equal to 8. So we'd start at negative 8. It should say negative 8 right there. Greater than negative 8. And we would highlight everything to the right. Again, we could go as far as we want on the number line. And any number greater than negative 8 would be a solution to the inequality. All right, and then we have X is less than or equal to negative 8. So that we put a closed circle at negative 8 and everything going to the left. Couple things I want to make sure you remember. Variables on the left. Read it to yourself first. And when you're doing it so that you know if you're going to be pointing to the left, if you're looking for less than or if you're looking for greater than. Okay, so now how do we solve harder inequalities? So solving a multi-step inequality, you solve it just like it's an equation, okay? And so let me show you. We have 2x plus 5 is greater than 7. So think about what you do if it was equal to 7. Well, the first thing you do would be subtract the 5. You'd get 2x is greater than 2. Then we would divide both sides by 2 to get x alone on the left side. Whatever we do to one side, we want to do to the other. So that gives me x is greater than 1. All right, I take a number line. I put in my 0 and 1. I want all x's greater than 1. So I'm going to put an open circle at 1, and I'm going to shade everything to the right. So every number greater than 1 will satisfy this inequality and make this inequality true. All right, so like if I pick the number 5, if I plug in 5, 2 times 5 plus 5, is it greater than 7? Does it make it true? Well, 10 plus 5 is 15, and 15 is greater than 7. So you can see that there will be an infinite number of solutions to an inequality. Okay, now a little bit more challenging when we have to deal with a negative. This is really important, so listen up. Now, there's 2 ways to solve this inequality. That negative 2 is being multiplied to this entire expression. So you have an option. You could divide by negative 2 first, although I think most kids are probably going to distribute, so I'm going to do that method. So I'm going to distribute the negative 2. That's giving me 10 is less than or equal to negative 2x plus 8. Notice those arrows. You don't want to forget to distribute the negative 2 to everything. Then I'm going to isolate the variable by subtracting 8 to both sides, giving me 2. Now here it is. It's game time now. When we divide an inequality by a negative, we actually have to reverse the sign. So on the left I'll get 1, but now it's becoming, I'm flipping the sign to the other direction, okay? Now, this says 1 is greater than or equal to x, but remember I said we always want our variable on the left. So I'm going to flip this around, and what it should say and read is x is less than or equal to 1. All right, so then I'm going to draw my number line. I'm going to put a 1 and a 0. And I want x is less than or equal to 1, so close circle to the left. All right, so that's your review of inequalities. You're now going to try the problems on your summer work. Have a great day.